The NBA has a long and illustrious history, spanning nearly 68 years and featuring numerous award-winning teams and individuals. We've seen a lot of greats come and go in that time, but which players in the game's history stand out above the rest? The NBA has been around since 1946, and we've seen some of the best athletes of all time compete on the floor throughout that time. There have been various styles of play that have spanned several ages. Shooters now dominate the sport, but the center position ruled the game only a few decades ago. Defensive dominance, sharpshooting snipers from behind the three-point line, deft slashers, and all-around godlike athletes have all been seen. Today, we'll discuss the top 10 NBA players of all time. Please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos in the future. Number 10. Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon's dominance on the inside was a thing of beauty. He was widely recognized as the game's most skillful big man, with his characteristic dream shake maneuver. He exploited numerous defenders. Olajuwon's game is so well known that superstars like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Dwight Howard have sought him advice on how to enhance their game. Apart from his offense, Olajuwon was one of the best defenders in the league, as proven by his 3.3 block per game average. The Dream led the Houston Rockets to back-to-back NBA titles, capturing 2 Finals MVP awards and 1 regular season MVP award. In NBA history, he is the only player to earn MVP, Finals MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season, 1994. Number 9. Shaquille ONeal. Shaquille ONeal was arguably the most dominant player of his generation, if not all time. He brutalized defenders with physical strength, which was borderline unfair. In the early 2000s, Shaq led the Los Angeles Lakers to 3 consecutive NBA championships, capturing 3 Finals MVP awards in the process. During his career, the 2000 regular season MVP was named to 14 All-NBA teams. Number 8. Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan exemplifies consistency. You won't discover much variation in his numbers over time if you look at them. The big fundamental guided the San Antonio Spurs to 4 NBA titles and 3 Finals MVP awards. Last season, a 7-game series loss to the Miami Heat marred his spotless finals record, but 4 out of 5 isn't terrible. Duncan has been named to 14 All-NBA and All-Defensive teams, and he still appears to have some left in him. Number 7. Wilt Chamberlain. Shaq was probably the most dominant player of all time because of Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain's domination is universally acknowledged, and he is becoming regarded as a mythological character as time passes. He averaged 50.4 points and 25.7 rebounds in the 1961-62 regular season. Unbelievable. Wilt would have been closer to no. 1 if he had done more in the postseason. Expecting more from a player who averaged the 22nd and the 25th of may sound unreasonable, but that's how it goes when you're the most dominant. Number 6. LeBron James. LeBron James came into the NBA with unfathomable expectations. Expectations he couldn't possibly meet. Right, the best player of all time is LeBron James. Since his entry into the NBA at the age of 18, right out of high school, he has dominated the league. When James first entered the league, he was hailed as the chosen one, the man who would succeed Jordan as the best player in the NBA, which he achieved. LeBron has accomplished feats that no other player has ever accomplished. He single-handedly led a shambolic Cleveland Cavaliers club to the NBA Finals in 2007. In the San Antonio Spurs and the Golden State Warriors, he's defeated not 1, but 2 of the league's greatest dynasties for titles. He also brought a championship to Cleveland, which had been without one for 52 years. Wrong. The Miami Heat superstar has now won 2 championships in a row and is on the verge of making history. He's already one of the game's all-time greats after just 10 seasons in the NBA. The MVP counts and statistics speak for themselves. King James has matured into a fantastic two-way player, earning spots on the NBA's All-NBA and All-Defensive teams on 9 occasions. The next player on the list shouldn't feel too comfortable, because LeBron James may be crawling his way up the list before the end of the season. Number 5. Larry Bird. Nothing is more difficult than selecting between Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, who is the superior player. They have the greatest rivalry in basketball history, and arguably in all sports history. The Boston Celtics selected Bird 6th overall in the 1978 NBA Draft. Throughout his 13-year tenure with the Celtics, he started at small forward and power forward. Bird was an all-around player who excelled in all facets of the game, primarily shooting, but he was also a strong defender and passer. Bird was the first player in NBA history to shoot 50% on field goals, 40% on three-pointers, and 90% on free throws in a single season. During his career, he did it twice. He also won 3 three-point shooting competitions in a row. He'd even practiced three-point shooting with his eyes closed. In a recent interview with Rappler Sports, Derrick Rose delivered a fairly apt evaluation of Larry Bird. Bird was never the most athletic player on the court, but he was always a force to be reckoned with. He made up for his lack of athleticism with his basketball IQ, excellent skills including that lethal jump shot in strong competition. Number 4. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At the age of 24, NBA legend Ferdinand Louis Alcindor Jr. converted to Islam and adopted the name Kareem AbdulJabbar, which means noble one, servant of Allah. From the moment he stepped on the court, Kareem was a dominant basketball player. Kareem won 71 games in a row in high school. He went on to win 3 consecutive NCAA titles after joining UCLA, receiving tournament MVP in each of those years, a record that still stands today. In 1969, the Milwaukee Bucks selected him first overall. He spent 6 seasons with the Milwaukee Bucks before concluding his career with the Los Angeles Lakers. In terms of consistency, there was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar before Duncan. His ability to keep such high averages over the course of 20 seasons is a credit to his talent. Kareem's most notable achievements include becoming the all-time top scorer in NBA history, winning the most regular season MVP awards, being named to 15 All-NBA teams, 11 All-Defense teams, and appearing in 19 All-Star games. Number 3. Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson started his career on a high note and has never looked back. He won Finals MVP as a rookie after starting center in Game 6 of the 1980 NBA Finals in place of an ailing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Magic and the Showtime Los Angeles Lakers made 9 visits to the finals during his brilliant career, and it was like a second home to them. The 6 feet 9 inches point guard shredded defenses with accuracy thanks to his enormous stature. Magic has the most assists in the playoffs with 12.3. He was named to the NBA All-NBA team 10 times throughout his 14-year career. Number 2. Bill Russell. With 11 championships, Bill Russell holds the record for most championships in NBA history. In fact, he only missed out on a title in 2 of his 13 NBA seasons. Russell also achieved success on a national level, capturing the NCAA championship in 1955 and 1956. In the 1956 Summer Olympics, he also won a gold medal for the United States. Russell is best remembered for his championship rings, but he is also one of the best rebounders and defenders in NBA history. Bill Russell is a fascinating situation since his offensive stats aren't particularly impressive, but his impact was significantly more than that. Russell has the potential to completely control the game defensively. Still, his career numbers aren't bad, and if blocks and finals MVPs were recorded and awarded throughout his career, he'd have a lot of them. Russell is the greatest sports winner of all time. Number 1. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is largely regarded as the best player in the history of the game. And with good cause. MJ racked up the stats and awards in the game by doing all he could. Jordan went a perfect 6-4-6 in the NBA Finals, collecting Finals MVP honors in all of his appearances. With 11 All-NBA accolades, 9 All-Defensive First-Team selections, and 10 scoring titles, the Chicago Bulls icon dominated both sides of the ball. There is ample of evidence to back up Michael Jordan's GOAT reputation, but his greatest achievement may have occurred before he even won an NBA championship. He won MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and the NBA scoring title in 1988. In 1988, he averaged 35 points on 53% shooting, 5.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, 3.2 steals, and 1.6 blocks a game. Bird led the Boston Celtics to 3 NBA titles, winning 3 regular season MVP awards and 2 Finals MVP awards in the process. During his 13-year NBA career, Larry Legend was named to 10 All-NBA teams and 3 All-Defense teams. That concludes the top 10 NBA players of all time. I hope you find the video entertaining. What are your thoughts about our list? Please share your thoughts in the comments box below. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos in the future.